Hey Finn, hope you're well, mate. Happy birthday as well. I'm told that it will be when you're looking at this. Looking at your game from a few weeks ago now, mate. Just looking at some things that potentially you've done really well. What you might be able to just improve on a little bit. Okay, so you start off with a really good forward pass there. Been doing really well recently on those. Looking, not just playing that safe bounce pass. Looking to break lines. Yeah, good aggression. I think we could potentially be close. I'll just spin that one back a little bit, try and bring it to life. Okay, so from the throw, this is you here. I think you can be a little bit closer to him because you've got the security of your mate behind you. Doesn't mean you're looking to nip in front, because then that's why when you might get rolled, but being on the outside of him. So maybe if you just look at, you want to be just there on his outside shoulder. Then if it's going down the line, you're first to the ball. If not, doesn't matter, because then you can just stop him turning, stop him playing forwards. You do brilliantly in the end, really aggressive. Again, you're just that half a yard off him. It was a great challenge in the end, though. If you get yourself a knock, look, because you're having to nip in and smash him. Yeah, good. Playing in the middle of a back three, so you're always an option to receive. Technique of your pass. Yeah, good lad. Right, okay, Finn. So this has happened a couple of times now. I was going to bring it to life in the last clip. I thought I'd see as it goes on. Again, someone with your technical ability playing at the back. As soon as the ball leaves your foot, okay, here, this isn't enough to play it and jog, and my job's done. Again, it might be tight this side. As soon as you play it, you want to be dropping off a yard or two into this position and giving yourself an angle. So as soon as you're playing it, you say, yes, I'll have it back, to switch it back the other side, and being available at least. At the moment, the centre forward's able to just occupy you. As soon as it plays, because it happened in the last clip before as well. Stepped in, good lad. So as soon as it plays up, can you drop off and go again? Yeah, brilliant. Good lad. And you're back in early, yeah, fantastic. One of your mates has filled in for you, that's good. Yeah, and can you drop off more there, Finn? And think about it like this, right? So this is number 22, I think it is. So this player here, just watch him now. Don't watch you for a second. Let's just watch him as the clip goes on. Right? Stop it there. Yes, you're in a position to receive it, but he's stopping you getting it, because your mate here, his decision's been made. He's seen him. He said, you know what? I can't play that ball to Finn. That's when you've got to do it. It's got to be a sprint, mate. You've got to be back in there early. And to be honest, with the whole decision making, I think you'd probably be better off from the free kick in general. If you look at the space he had, number 2, probably playing into this one here. You might even say, whatever his name is, like young Johnny, you've got to be higher. Step into that space, because you've gone into a side that's a little bit tighter anyway. So like we've spoken about before, having that presence of mind to breathe, get your head up, look around, what's the best option? Thinking in that blue mindset that we've spoken about. Forward. Good lad for heading it, not letting it bounce. Really good. Where have you got to be here, mate? Got to be dropped off. Because we've ended up playing a risky pass because he doesn't have that option. And I think your goalkeeper could also be helping you. But, you know, you've got to look after yourself first there, Finn. Right, so what's the pass? Where's the space? Good lad. Well done for playing forwards. It made up for it. A little bit loose, but it's a good pass. Yeah, I love how you're looking to play forward at every opportunity, mate. Something you do really well. Yeah, right. We'll speak about this one in a moment. So they've done really well here, and this isn't a big error on your part. But okay, what can we do? What could you have done differently here? So let's let it run on. Right, no man's land. You tell me. Are you going to the ball, or are you dropping off, looking for the runner? Which one? Because you've half gone to the ball, and we know it's only half because you're not close enough to get your hands on him or get a tackle in, and you've certainly not dropped off because he's the one who ends up running in behind you. So in this position, there's absolutely no shame in dropping off early. What's the danger? Is he a player who looks like he's going to go, be powerful and beat you, or does he look like the type of player who wants to slip it in? I've been watching this clip for 2 or 3 minutes. I can tell you, he ain't going to take a touch past you and burn you. He's looking to slip somebody in. So again, having that presence of mind. Okay, I'm going to drop off. If you want to shoot, shoot. But what's the immediate danger? Probably is just dropping off that yard or two there. Again, that's not a huge error. It's not your fault by any chance, but it's just an opportunity to learn. Receiving skills. Can you get on that back foot? Like we speak about all the time on Fridays. Back foot, switch it out the other way. See how tight he is over there. Good lad, superb. Again, that's what you get for getting it on the back foot. All of a sudden the pitch has just opened up, hasn't it? It's terrific. So again, this comes from a little bit of how your team's set up, and that's going to affect your decision making here. But I think right now, there's 3 of you. I think that your mate at right wing back probably should be looking after him. So there's 3 of you and 1 centre forward. With you being in the middle there, I see no reason, mate, where certainly as you see the trigger, which might be his foot going back, you've got to be on that tighter. So at the minute you're on your back foot, you're looking like you're moving this way. I think you've got to be ready to go and nip in. Okay, he's wanting the ball to feet. You see his hands out. As soon as the guy on the ball's foot goes back to play it, mate, you've got to be there ready to go and smash him. Just see how it plays out. Because he's probably got too much time there. Again, you're caught in no man's land. Your mate's recovered fine, you saw it. But for future, that's a good one for you. If there's only 1 player there, you don't really have to worry about the space behind. You've got 2 players either side of you. Should be helping you out. Yeah, fantastic pass as well. Nice decision. Brilliant. Super pass. Yeah, well done, mate. Good lad, so that's the benefit. You've got your hand on him there, you leant into him, and the ball just rolls to you instead. Mate, terrific clip that, well done. Much better finish. Right, let's see how this one plays out. It's a great ball, good contact. Could you shape it so you've hit a straight one? To be fair, I think it's a good area you've hit. You always run the risk if your centre forward doesn't get hold of it, it's going to go straight to the keeper. If you look to whip it a little bit more, it's going to stay in play, and it might be one where you can get down the channel. It's just different technique. If you're hitting through it, it's always going to go to the keeper. Put a little bit of bend on it, it's going to stay in play at least. Yeah, good. Good win. Yeah, good lad, going out the other way, brilliant. And again, drop off early. Whether you get it or not doesn't really matter. All you're doing is, again, if he comes with you, you've opened up space for somebody else. If he doesn't come with you, you'll get the ball. Back foot, excellent. Yeah, good lad. So again, just by receiving on that back foot, you've just thrown a little bit of bait in for him. And then you're good enough, you're strong enough to protect the ball. That's excellent, mate. Yeah, good touch. Well done. Yeah. I've never watched your team play before, Finn. My initial reaction here is you've got to be giving it back to the keeper and trusting him and then going and splitting. Here. You let it run across your body. Perfect. I'm not sure why you've turned again to look to play forward here. There's two players coming to you. I love how brave you've been, by the way. I don't think there's anything wrong at all. Fizzing it back to him, and then your movement being in this position. So you're splitting out here. Again, if he comes with you, then you're opening up space for somebody else. If he doesn't, you're going to get the football. That makes sense. Let it run across. Fizz it back to your keeper. Done well in the end, but they're all on top of us. So we get thinking like 2 steps ahead now. Good lad, super position, great interception. Really strong, mate. Yeah, fantastic club. Yeah, he should definitely be moving it. Great position again. Love your anticipation. You got to do that more. Being on that front foot. So you've done some clips of that where you're stepping in, brilliant anticipation. Middle of a back three, mate. Depending on if they're playing a really high and wide front three, then you're probably not going to. But at the moment, they're not. So you can be that player who's stepping in. Certainly against a team like here, Gold Coast United seem to be playing, trying to hit his feet. So you've got to be there tight on him. Make his life real difficult. That's brilliant. Yeah, good lad. Back foot, excellent. That's your decision to play off both feet. Yeah, good lad. Well done. Passing foot. That's a super pass as well. Courage, excellent. Just on your, and listen, this might be some specific instruction from Andre. I think that you two are doing a very similar job here. I think that this pass, to be honest, this player here for Gold Coast could probably cut off both of you if he wanted to. Maybe one where either you move wide into that position, you push him a little bit higher, or you come in here and just occupy. So all of a sudden you're just making his life difficult. Again, that's a specific instruction. One where we'd have to do. I do think that you two are doing very similar jobs there. Because yeah, exactly. He's already there to press your mate. It's just that's extremely tight to get out of. Then I'm not sure you need to go diving in there. It's a great finish, by the way. They've done well. I don't know if you got disallowed in the end. Just have a look, Finn. See what you think. Okie dokes. First of all, where's the run going? So this player is making this movement. You need to track his path. So you're not going straight to the ball, you're tracking his path. That's the first thing. See it, speed on a little bit. Again, I'm not sure. Again, the risk and reward. I'm not sure that you flying in and lunging in is worth the risk of what eventually happens here. Until you're certain you're going to win the ball, I think it's a bit of a lazy. Oh, I'm in the wrong position. I'm just going to stick my leg out. Nothing wrong with making a mistake in your positioning and having the presence of mind to go, all right, I've made a mistake. I'm going to look after my position. I'm going to look after the space. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's not glamorous. It's not one where you'll ever get, Finn, that's amazing. But it's you being clever enough to stop danger before it happens. Good. You get on your left foot, even it's a tough pass. Left foot back to the keeper. Diving in again. Be careful then, mate. What a great pass that is. And breaking lines, looks to play forward, that's excellent. Yeah, good lad, good movement. There you go, that's a really good angle. So you need one of your midfielders there helping him centrally. That's coming to help him out, good. Back foot, got to go the other side quickly. Good lad, probably it's got to be a touch or two quicker than that because now they're set. In these situations, I love how brave you are. All your decision making brilliant. As you get a little bit older, you'll notice decision here. As you're getting that set, left foot, spin it down here. So yeah, as you're getting a little bit older, that again, the risk and reward. Set left foot. You've got a decent enough left foot. Trust yourself to do it. Spin it. Even if it has to be the outside of your right foot for now. When they're engaging in such a high press, it does leave space elsewhere. A little curve one down the channel is always a really good option. Brilliant for using your left foot there. So risk it out, but I'll speak about this. Okay. Awesome. Brilliant learning opportunity, this clip. Nothing to be ashamed of here at all, mate. I've done this a million times. Okie dokes. Like how you've recognised it. This is what you would call a straight pass. Okay, see how straight that line is I've just drawn. Straight pass means that if it's not inch perfect and the defenders win it, guess what? You two are both out of the game. Okay, that's the dangers of a straight pass. So you don't get this inch perfect. You probably play to his wrong side. I think he can do a better job of protecting. All right, and then we're in. Now, at this point, presence of mind. Do you need to go flying in? You're doing it because you're so desperate to make up for a better pass. And that blue mindset, right, you're going to make mistakes. You're a brave player. So sometimes your decisions ain't going to end up perfectly. You've got to have that presence of mind to kind of pull yourself back. Make that clear decision. Pull yourself back into what is the right decision right now. But by the way, you've made mistakes in this game. What I'm loving is that you're still making brave decisions. I don't want you just getting the ball and hoofing it every time. It's learning when's the right time to play the right pass. But mate, you're making these brave passes over and over again. I absolutely love that. That shows so much courage to do it. We just got to learn when's the right time to make the right decision. It's like a game of golf. What club do I pull out at the right moment, if that makes sense? Because you know, against a team, I know Gold Coast United do it generally, it's against a team who are going to press you really, really high. The middle of a back three, you're not going to have much time to sit there and smoke a cigar. You're going to be under. You and your mate here need to sort this out, though. You are doing the exact same job. Because even if you give it him, he's just in a world of strength. In fact, let's speak about this. Okay, can you communicate to him? He is picking him up. Okay, so even if you give him, it's just a waste of a player right now. That's probably where you've got to step in here. He can be doing this job here, right, where he's sliding down. So number 7 on your team probably should be doing what he's doing currently, if that makes sense. It's also making your life more difficult. Can you communicate that? Get him either wider or higher or central or whatever it is. Again, you can start to problem solve. And it might be one where, I don't know, maybe you weren't expecting a really high press from Gold Coast. When you are, can't make life even more difficult than it is already. So you're occupying a different position here, I like it. Again, it's similar on the other side. I think you're probably looking to go over, but okay. Good lad. Always speak about Finn. Around, through or over. Right? There is not one that's better than the other. So at the minute we're looking to play through a lot. That's your looking to go through gaps. Absolutely terrific, no problem. Against a super high press that's pretty central and compact. That's when around and over are going to be just as effective, if not more effective. That doesn't mean that you change the way that your coaches encourage you to play. I'm saying individually your decision making can be affected. All right, what's a danger pass that I can make? Good lad, great strength, well done. Defensively, been really strong, mate. Looking good. Good lad, yeah. Oh, mate. Wait a pass. You've got to punch that into him. Again, if he's already being high pressed, a rolling. Imagine if we were pressing another team. That's a trigger, isn't it? A slow bobbled pass. We're saying, oh yeah, let's go and have a bit of that. I think your midfielders can help you out a little bit more. But well done for using your left foot. Let's play over. No problem at all. Set for the second one. Good lad, like that. So it's tight, 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 tight. Around or over, mate. Bring it to life in a couple of clips. Again, what's your decision here? Keeper. Love that. Brilliant. Well done, mate. I'm sure that'll be a little bit more switched on. Still. I can't be finding that pass. Again, no man's land for us. Let's have a look. Okay, am I watching this player running? Am I going to the ball and cutting off him dribbling with me? Or am I doing both poorly? Am I doing one and I'm committing to it, I'm all in with it? No, you're kind of ball watching, you're square, so your hips are both looking at him. Not a great position to be in. Again, you just tilt it 45 degrees. All you're doing is saying, right now, mate, you're going to go and play there, or you're going to go and play there. Much easier for me on a spinny chair to do it, but you in a game, presence of mind. Am I doing this or am I doing that? You can't do a bit of this, a bit of that. You've got to kind of commit to one of them, because that's happened a few times, Finn. That's brilliant. That's how you learn, mate. There's absolutely no defender in the world who doesn't learn key lessons painfully. Mate, I did. Loads. Defensively, been outstanding. Real aggressive. It's been awesome. Good lad. Probably could be stronger. Potentially even tackle with your left foot. That's fine. Playing against a really strong team here as well. Good lad. Well done. As you get a bit older, this is when them type of positions, I don't want to sound like I'm just saying to hoof it, it's the complete opposite. It's a pass. It's a super dangerous pass. Pass into space. The minute your only trigger is, okay, I can see my mate's feet, I'm going to pass to him. As opposed to I can see space for my mate to go and exploit. Again, that clip, it didn't run on long enough, but you're half and half. It's a better pass out to him, see? Because you're firmer with that. The one earlier where you trickled into him, you killed him. Yeah, good decision. Nothing wrong with that at all. But even use your left foot. Need a little bit more technique, bit of quality to get it out. Let's just have a look at this one again. I lost the ball the first time, yeah. Again, you're flat, hip square, so it's a full turn, and then it's, oh, this has happened, I've got to react to it. Instead of being half and half, ball comes in, and you're already there to clear it with your left foot. If you're always there, stood as a defender, mate, it's very rare that you're like you are right now, with your shoulders and your hips facing the opposition's goal. It's very rare you want to be in that position. You always want to be at least 45 degrees. So much easier to turn, so much easier to anticipate everything like that. Good lad, well done. Everything perfect about that, Finn. Anticipation, strength, pass, awesome. Done that outstanding in this clip. Right, mate, let's look at your body shape, Finners. This is going to bring everything to life. Okie dokes. So, here we are. Right now, I'm going to draw an arrow where you're facing. So you're facing the ball, that's straight on. I'm just drawing a line from your hips to the ball, okay? Not necessarily a positive thing. Again, you've done all right in the end. I think your hips and your shoulders, as he's on the ball, should be facing here. So you're looking down here. Because you've got your man here. He's already been done. He should be back in helping you, but he's not. Or number 4 here, sorry. He's not. So you've got to be there covering. You've got to be in that position ready and anticipating it, mate. And in the end, you've done all right with it. But that's something, I think your big natural physical frame is probably getting you out of a few situations now. Instead of being a smaller frame, who's got to be clever and you've got to be thinking quicker. And at the moment, I think you're being let off with a few things. It's a super decision, that, Finn. Absolutely great quality. So you've just taken probably 4 or 5 Gold Coast players out of the equation. Outstanding. Yeah, I think you can drop off more. Oh, love it. Love it, well done. Drop off more again. Position with quality. Super pass. You've done that outstanding. Breaking lines. Brilliant. Can we be tighter maybe? I think one of the two of you back there has probably got to start dictating and communicating a bit better. I'm probably looking at you to do that as the middle of it. Let's rewind. I want to really bring this one to life here, because this is something that's going to help you with a lot of different clips. This isn't just an isolated one. Okay, so let's let this one move on. Let's stop there where we can see the picture. Okay, so yes, he's got a player. I'm not sure that you here have to pick him up. I think this is what we do. You get your mate here to come and stand on his toes, and you drag him across. That makes sense. You can be then the spare man covering in this position, right? Forget about him for a second. Forget about this player here. Forget about him. Drag him across. Even if he's just on his toes, no problem. But we do need one of you spare, because to be fair, your mate number 4 has got a player who ends up beating him. And you figure it out, find the end. So you as the middle centre-back, if everybody's man for man, somebody's got to be spare. It has to be you. You don't want the 3 of the back 3 all man for man and your 2 midfielders not doing anything. So again, presence of mind, can I recognise? But that's how you learn to communicate, mate. Lad, well done for stepping on early. Brilliant, well done. Probably could visit into him, but it's just a little thing. Lad. Got to give it you earlier. So it's a good decision, but it's kind of half and half. Is that a wide, long pass? Is it a hit one into the striker? I know you've played that one into the centre forward's chest a few times. If you're on the left side, it's always going to be your friend to use your left foot, and vice versa. Super decision again, mate. You're going over the press. It's outstanding. There's nobody else in this game who's doing that. And at your age, it's a pretty rare thing. Good defender. Good boy, good space, good area, mate. Nothing wrong with that at all. Right then, Finners. So, a couple of things that, well, we'll go for 3 key points for you to take away. There's a lot of key messages there that I've been kind of banging on. Number 1, when you pass it to your mate, you need to drop off early and really drag him with you. If that makes sense, okay? Second thing, the last 2 are pretty linked. The first one is going to be your initial positioning. If you're playing centre-back in a back 3, my mate isn't doing anything, the other mate on the other side isn't doing anything, I've got to go tight and be ready. So a couple of moments at the start, you did that really well. The third thing, mate, is if you're not in that great start position, there is absolutely no shame in holding your ground. Again, a few times in there where you've not been in a great start position, fine, you're going to experience that a lot, and then you've made a bad decision on the back of it. You've made a decision to go out flying him, almost to try and... 2 wrongs don't make a right, Finn, and that's the big thing. So there are three things from me, mate. Thanks for jumping on the PPA. I think you're doing fantastic at the moment, mentoring, everything else. Let's get another game done before the end of the year as well, and kind of we'll look at those 3 points in particular. Yeah, brilliant. Happy birthday as well, Finn. See you soon.